It's called Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay, what killers do you have unlocked?
I have all the base ones, the Huntress
The
and the
Trapper.
Legion.
You might like Wraith. Wraith might be a good starter. Do you have Wraith?
Yeah.
So the cool thing about Wraith, and what makes them really easy, and you'll like lock it down really quickly, is
His ability to go invisible.
his Wailing Bell. If you want to hover over it, it'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
But you know, you've played against Wraiths,
Mm-hmm.
so when you go invisible like that, it really like, how to put it. It pretty much lets you get close to survivors. You may not win the chase because they'll see you going out of the bell and they'll immediately start running. But you'll be able to get close to them, so you'll be repeatedly
Messing with
initiating
them.
chases. Yeah, you'll be You won't have like those survivors that hide, or those survivors that like they hear your terror radius or they see you coming and then they start looping you or getting to a good pallet spot. So you'll be able to kind of work on like chasing people down
Freaking the
and punishing
Hillbilly
mistakes.
and the Blight are so freaking hard, stupid to play against.
Dude, think about the Hillbilly. If you cut right, like sometimes you can time his chainsaw and you can just cut right, like cut a 90, and he straight up goes past you.
Really?
The
How many times have you
Doctor-
done that?
Not a lot. I'm not that great. I've had people do it against me. The Nurse, not even worth it on console in my opinion. I tried it with a Zim. It was even harder. The Hag is really fun. The Doctor, he takes like some getting used to, but if you can learn his zap and punish people by getting too like, whenever he zaps someone, they won't be able to drop a pallet on your face. So how you play Doctor is you zap them, they can't throw the pallet down, you switch to your M1, and then you smack them. So basically you're stunning them so they can't do an action, and then you punish them while they're stuck not being able to do an action to run away, which is like vaulting windows, or dropping a pallet, or reviving a teammate, those kind of things, or healing a teammate. And hold on,
I'd say the
picture quality.
the worst ones to play against for me is the Pig, the Shape, the Ghostface, and the Executioner.
I haven't played much against the Executioner, Ghostface. The Pig, yeah. The Pig is twofold. She is slow, but she also, if she misses her lunge, then she's stuck in a regular chase. So it's like she doesn't really have deception abilities. It's more like similar to the Wraith, sneaking up on someone. But then again, if she gets caught lacking and someone sees her crouch walking, then they can just run away. And now the Pig is, caught lacking.
Yeah, Ghostface is also stupid because he does that too. But
What's the quality on your... Alright, I'm gonna hit specific resolution, maybe. Okay, there it goes. No, it didn't.
Michael Myers is also like me and Tim.
Oh, he's so fun.
Me and Tim played a game where he had literally a 0 terror radius, so we would just be working on a gen, and he'd just walk up and like stand there, and we're like, ah!
He has an add-on where he can literally, if he gets tier 3 on you, he can just kill you. Like, literally remove you out of the game and just kill you.
Wow.
But it takes so long to get tier 3, that's like the downside. I really want to play a Spirit game, bro, because she's my main. I haven't played her in so long.
Go ham, dude.
But yeah, before you unlock like teachables, I'd recommend getting a fat blood point count and then getting the cannibal. I mean, if you want, while you do some killer games, I can run a game as the automatically regress repair progress at 200% the normal regression speed. That's fantastic. How fast is that though? If you want, I can run a Bubba game and then I can throw it on YouTube and then I'll send it to you to see so I can show you how he plays a little bit
Yeah.
while you're doing this. What do you think?
Sure.
Wait, these are the add-ons. Oh, Brad, what are these add-ons? They change so much in this game. Oh man, if you want to tick off people, Franklin's Demise, they hate that. Because whenever you M1 them, wait a minute. Survivors drop their items. The lost item will be consumed by the entity after 90 seconds if not picked up. Reveal items on the ground within 32 meters of the white aura. The aura of items on the ground fade to red until they are consumed by the enemy. Interesting. As a killer, tracking perks are like OP.
So I got Predator, Shadowborn, Spies from the Shadows, Bloodhound, Deerstalker, and Bitter Murmur. And I can only pick one. So scratch
those
marks.
Are your. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the screen. You can only pick one. Do what's the far left one?
I don't think that was really necessary.
Bitter Murmur unlocks potential once each time generates fully pro within 60 meters. The clear generator wheel for 5 seconds when the last generator. Wait. Survivors within 60 meters. So the use in that one, let's say you're in a chase, or let's say you're about to hook someone and you see a gen got repaired. You look over there, you see what direction the survivor's moving, and then it narrows down the potential generator they're going to be working on.
Yeah.
So that's a good tracking one. If you want to get more familiar with scratch marks and kind of hone that down, there's the scratch mark one too, with the big foot.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodhound. If someone's running like silent, like the Iron Will, so they can't hear you, you won't be able to hear them when they're injured, you can be able to see their blood on there, and it'll be brighter. So that's another tracking one. But Bitter Murmur, I think, is better out of all of them, but a bit harder to use. The Predator, I would start with that. I think Predator might be good. Predator or the Blood one.
What
Rise
about
from the Shadows? It's alright.
What about Shadowborn?
That'll increase your FOV, which is good, but as long as you're looking around, you'll be fine.
What about the Crow one?
The Crow one, given that you have to be within a 20-meter range, I think it's going to be undervalued.
Okay.
If it was like tier 3, then it might be worth trying. But Bitter Murmur is... Yeah, I don't know much about the Rift. That's something I added whenever I left.
More money, baby.
Oh, did you put add-ons on the Wraith?
Add-ons.
Yeah, add-ons like are the bread and butter of killers. Without them, they will be really sad. Slightly reduces Wraith's reappearance time. Good ones for Wraith are ones that decrease his bell speed or increase his speed while he's in the bell are my favorites. There's like should be red add-ons, which are like the most rare that you can you can see people, like you can see their auras while you're invisible from a certain range. So if someone's trying to hide, like, tough luck.
Oh, look at all these cool things I have.
Ooh. Oh, his outfits? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun. Those are fun. I used to spend money on outfits. That's how much I like this game.
Oh wow, you find games really fast.
As killer? Oh, yeah. I think killer's the more unpopular role. I wish there was a key where I can look at all the status effects. Oh, so whenever you, oh yeah, look at that. Surprise attack. Yeah, do that one, that green one. That green one's gonna be good. It'll make you get out of bell faster. I don't know if we have time. That's a good one too. Blink Mark considerably reduces race disappearance time. So, basically, let's see. What you're gonna kind of want to focus on, and you can try it out, is being able to have them not see you while you're invisible, because you will kind of make a mirage looking almost like you're looking over like you're looking at some asphalt and it has that little hazy mirage. You have like a silhouette kind of whenever you're invisible, but it's really hard to see, and they made the maps darker too. So if you spot a survivor, try to sneak up where they can't see you get close, and then go invisible where they can't see you going uninvisible, and then kind of like reappear, and then hopefully you'll get the jump on them and be able to get that first initial hit for free.
Killer's a lot of work though. Killing 4
Not,
people.
it's pretty. I think I think it's more fun in the fact that you can do some crazy mind games, and it can like destroy people's morale to the point where like they get in a chase with you, and then they just throw every pallet down because they're so scared. But Killer has a lot of mind game potential.
It'll be nice to finally be the one in control though.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Bro, when you get like 3 survivors hooked and you spot the last guy and you're like, bro, you know where this ends. It's a great feeling.
so I can see all the Jennies.
Mm-hmm. So there should be, if there's 3 left, and then there's 5 standing, there should be like 8 generators. So what's a little more advanced is getting 3 generators that are really close together, and then making sure that no one touches those gens. So you kind of like pick a chase. But yeah, I would just go right off the bat, just go to each generator. If you hear anyone working on it, then get somewhere close where they can't see you. Go out of Wraith and then try to get that quick hit on, because you'll get a speed boost whenever you go out of Wraith. So keep going forward, you'll get a speed boost. And then, oh, it looks like she had sprint burst, so she was probably, oh yeah. She might be a little trickier. Yeah, that's a good idea, switching to that target. It's getting a little confusing because you have the cornfield. Audio may have to play more of a role in this. So what she's going to try to do is she's going to try to get your bloodlust off. So you're going to have a lot of speed, but then she's going to lead you to a pallet. If you want to even leave her, if you want to cloak and then leave her and go to another target, you can do that too, because it is early enough in the game. Okay, that's weird.
Oh, I hit her.
Nice. You got the first hit. So she's going to either try to lose you, so that way she can get healed. She's gonna try to lose you to get healed. I don't think she'll continue the chase. So now another thing you can do is you can try to pursue her to get a hook, or you can go to another generator that someone else is working on and push him off. So that way you have more generator control. So once popped already, that's alright. It's the beginning of the game. Hopefully we can get her knocked down and force another teammate to go after her. Okay. So I can agree with that decision of going to the gen. So she's running in circles like that. That Claudette really wants you to chase her, but if they're like that, normally they're in the role of okay, good idea going around it. Good idea.
They're also fast.
So they're hugging the walls really tight, and they're just continually running, and they're going the longest way is what they're doing.
I'm so shit at this, dude.
No, don't even worry about it. I'm watching that Claudette and that Nia, and they're doing the run, like they're doing looping strats. So that Claudette is not very good. If you pay attention to her head, she's not even looking behind her. So she's 100% a lower ranked player. So what I would do is I would keep in mind that there's going to be one survivor that's going to try to unhook her right now. So they're probably already headed their way. If you can uncloak, look at a gen next to you while keeping in mind that someone's headed to her. Maybe spot her. Keep looking around, seeing if anyone's rotating. Looking for scratch marks even. But all in the focus of I need to make sure these gens don't get hogged up. Okay, I loved that. I loved that uncloak there. So you uncloaked while she couldn't see you. And she was like, I hear his bell, but I don't know where he's at. And that's really good. Dude, nice. So she did that juke. Good job. Doing a short M1 is a good way to negate that 360.
Where's the nearest hook?
Oh, almost. But they're so far away.
Of course.
Did she get out?
Yes.
Got there. Aw, man. Oh, she got the double stop. So that Claudette wants you to chase her. Keep that in mind. Good job on that hit. I see you already know you can hit through windows like that. I really like how you hit her and then left her. So that's going to force her to go waste time getting healed, which means there's less pressure on gens.
Yeah, but there's only one gen left and I not even killed anyone yet.
No, that's alright. You've got like 3 or 4 hooks. Good job.
I think I got a kill?
So she's on. Okay, yeah, so you got a kill. So now, since there's one gen left, focus on getting at least one person on a hook. If you can get one person on a hook before they can open up the exit gate, then you're gonna be getting a decent amount of blood points. Nice job. Good hit. Now there's 2 guys there. Ooh. Another thing you can do that's really dirty is if she's near a pallet or anything like that, you can stand in front of the pallet while unwraithing. Oh, dude, she just wasted that. And that shack pallet is actually a really valuable pallet. She shouldn't have looped you while you were doing that. What's really cool about Wraith is his speed boost whenever he uncloaks. Oh, dude, that Nia. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. So that was her first hook. Which means she can spend a little time on that hook. So you may not need to watch her too closely at this moment. If she was on half hook, then you would know someone is closely coming to get her. Or second hook is what they call it. I don't have my ears in. I don't know what progress that gen was at. There is 2 people, so chances are that when you chase one, the other one's going to go back to the gen. Sometimes in those scenarios, you can use your discretion, but if you injure the second survivor, you can go back to the gen first, because the other one will likely want to get healed before engaging in a fight or a chase. And you'll be able to hear a cranking sound too, to determine whether, nice, so she dropped that pallet without getting stunned. If she runs close to the wall again, you can break that pallet.
I'm just gonna kick the Jenny, because F this. Oh, that's it. There's 3 exits.
No, that's alright. So, there's 3 exits? There's only 2. So, check the furthest exit. Oh, she's already there. Holy smokes. So this is the tougher girl. She was the one that wanted to get chased, but she did break that pallet she was at. So she was staying around that pallet because she knew it was a valuable pallet and that she could get a loop off of it. I would have taken a peek at that exit gate to see what progress it was at. If it was at 90 or anything like that, then I would have tried to centralize it and get it.
How do I know where the other exit gates are?
So you passed it the first time. It was towards where you were.
I thought there was 3.
There was 2. So there's none over there. There's one that was on that left wall. She probably opened that right one, or she's opening it now, which is all right because you got a decent hit. She got healed first. So that exit gate has no progress on it. So they did open that far one. Which all you can do at this point now, they'll probably teabag you, but that's just survivors, and don't let it get to you. They do it all the time. But uncloak, get a free hit, get some extra points. If they let you hit them, that's cool. It looks like they are. And then go to the next guy, and then hit the other girl. The other Claudette was around. No, dude, that was good. Don't sigh at that. That was actually good. That was better than I thought you were gonna be. No offense. You got Brutal Killer, which should have got you. Let's see. Look at what your brutality was 4, deviousness was 5.9, honor was 6.6, sacrifice was 2.3. Okay. Let me run a custom real quick.
They were all 12s.
Can I invite you to a custom?
What for?
12s have, because I want to show you a couple things that I do with Wraith, and I'm gonna be really quick. And then if you wanna run another Wraith game, you can. But if it's not fun, don't do it. You know.
It was fun. It's just it's frustrating.
I agree with you.
Look at all these perks and stuff. I got like a whole lobby full of gods.
No, so if you take note, let's see, one has Urban Evasion, that's pretty cool. I saw a couple exhaustion perks. Those are gonna be really prevalent on people that like to be chased. Whenever it lets me invite you, I'm gonna invite you. But it says you're a match. Maps. I'm gonna go. Where were you at just then? Coldwind?
Yeah.
Where the heck is Coldwind? Gas Haven is actually a really common map. Okay, if you go to your loadout, you'll be able to pick whatever perk you want. That it's going to be all tier 3. I would recommend an exhaustion perk. So try Alive.
I don't have any of those.
Well, it'll let you use them on custom games. So I'm just going to show you what survivors are going to use on you. Deadheart is pretty common. Deadheart, any exhaustion perk, so Live, Sprint Burst, or Balanced Landing. Adrenaline's a good one too, but I'll just show you a couple things. I'm gonna turn my perks off, since those don't really affect chases as much. I mean, they do. There are perks that affect chases. I'm gonna use yellow add-ons.
My dad bought some Dogecoin at freaking 67 cents.
Is that good or bad?
Bad.
Yeah, it's like what my mom bought AMC at like 15, 20 bucks.
I don't even know the purse.
You don't have to run any if you don't want to. And I could just show you a couple things, and then I'll watch you do another Wraith one if you want. Do you like Wraith? How was he?
It was fun. I thought I was gonna do better.
You did better than... Saying that you only did like 2 killer games, I thought it was going to be like the rank 20 killers we were playing against.
I'm just gonna ready up with the perks I always run.
Okay. I only have a couple things that I'm going to show you, and I'll try to make them short and sweet, so that way you can get back to playing and killing survivors.
Alright.
Because I know that's what you want to do, bro.
I wonder how good you would do in a killer game right now.
Do you want to watch, dude? I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, I can just set it up on my phone and prop it up.
I have you on my phone right now, right next to my monitor, and then I also have my what's going on my monitor. But no, I see you and Tim has been playing this quite a bit.
Yeah, one
But
night you
whenever
were
you
on
get-
and you were gonna play with us, and then you just got off all of a sudden.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes some of the things that are talked I don't really vibe with, and I'm just like, oh, maybe come back another time.
What do you mean?
I mean, like if I hear a lot of blasphemy or like really like horny jokes and stuff like that, I sometimes just get not really vibing with it.
Oh man, I'm thirsty.
I have what's left of a frosty chino. It's still cold but watered down because the ice melted. Hi, Bam. I'll go to bed soon, don't worry. Well, soon's kind of relative. Wraith is vulnerable to flashlights while cloaked. That's also a thing I forgot to tell you. So it's really easy to outmaneuver them, but if you get caught lacking and they can flashlight you, then it'll stun you. But you gotta really lack to get flashlight stunned while invisible. Hey girl. What? Why is it family residence? I thought I picked a different map. Alright. Do you hear me?
No. I'll just blow a couple Jennings.
Alright.
Or vault run
I
through
see
that
you.
window. Yeah.
I'll get to you.
I see you.
Hey bro. So Wraith has a 32 meter tear radius. So if you want to stand right here, you'll be able to kind of look at the tear radius range. So this will kind of give you a more mental picture of how far a killer is going to be. And you'll see that tear radius increase. I'm looking away from you so a chase doesn't start, but you see how the heartbeat goes crazy?
Yeah.
So that'll be a good indicator. They can decrease it like that doctor did. But, so you see this right here? If you look at this pallet, it's a structure. It has a short side, and it has a very short rock right here, and then it has this long log.
Yeah.
If you want to look at me, I'm going to run around this, and this is normally the route you want to run while a killer's chasing you, is you'll hug it, and you'll go the long side. You'll keep an eye on the killer, and he'll normally follow you like the same way you're running. And then when he gets close, you'll drop this, and then probably run towards the long side. If you run towards the short side, then he can just ignore the pallet and then go smack.
Yeah.
So if you want to do like a chase real quick, stand at that pallet, and then whenever I get to that, like, whenever I get right here, go to the far end of that unit, that pallet unit, like that log, and then kind of wait for me to chase you, and then you'll be able to kind of go around and pick a side.
Okay.
Good chase, good chase. So I saw you slow down right there.
Yeah, I was waiting to see which direction you were going.
That's alright. Come back. So, you didn't have to drop the pallet there. That still works. Don't get me wrong. If I ignored the pallet, then you can play this fixture until I break the pallet, because it'll be impossible for me to hit you. But if you ran that log one more time and then dropped the pallet, it would have not only wasted the killer's time, but also infuriated the heck out of me. Because the whole time I'm thinking, how am I going to hit you? How am I going to get a swing off? Am I going to lunge at you? Am I going to wait till I'm close and then go like that? But we'll try that again in another one. So this one, you can play this. If you want to stand on this side, this side, I'm going to run at you, and you're going to run right here, see what direction I'm going, and then kind of mirror my movements. And then whenever I get on the long side, and I'm coming at you, so I'm like right here, then you can do like a fastball or something, and then just try to utilize that pallet to really make space between you and me, because I won't be able to swing over pallets. I can, if you're in the middle of the pallet and I'm close, I can hit you, but if you're on the other side like you are now, I'll show you. If you get close, I won't be able to hit you. So I can't hit you from here. So I can swing around and kind of get a lunge there, so you got to be careful about that. But I'm going to go chase you. Where are you at? I see you peeking over. Alright, I'm going to chase you. I'm going to chase you around this.
Okay.
Alright, vault that pallet. I'm going to go over here. Nice. So you immediately ran to the long side. That's good. And then... Alright. So don't go to the short side. Because it'll make a lot more space for me to hit you. So you see how you already went to the left side, and I have to go around this. I might be able to try to bait you out. You didn't fall for it. I go long side again. Nice. You already vaulted. But what I'm doing there is I'm trying to like make you think that I'm going to go one way while going the other way. And I'm already at Bloodlust 2, which one more Bloodlust and I would be at max speed. So I'm at max speed right now. I'm at tier 3 Bloodlust, and I cannot catch up to you. I can't even hit you at max speed. And I'm trying to mind game you. Oh, I got you on that one. But I had to get tier 3 speed to do that. So that's pallet looping. I'm not gonna hit you again. Because I realize you don't have self-carry. So that's one thing I wanted to show you was the pallet looping. This is sometimes the basement. Doesn't look like it is today. There should be a shack over this way. I think the shack is also a basement spawn. This map was actually Spirit, so whenever Spirit released, this was her map. But how you loop me right there to get tier 3 Bloodlust, that is like tremendous amount of value. I'm not going down here because there's a chest and there might be a med kit. I'll meet you at the top of the stairs. But do you kind of get what I was laying down with like how pallets are units like that?
Yeah. But what if they just get like broken or something?
And if they straight break them, then you'll utilize that time to get as much distance between you and him as possible. So they'll do that. They'll break pallets like that. I can show you another one if you want. This is more survival oriented, and you are about to play killer, so I won't go too much in depth. But if I'm on, get in on the inside. So theoretically, if you were to drop that, I would either have to break that pallet, which is probably what I'd do. So you would theoretically drop that and immediately run to that far doorway and then look at me. And if I went this way, you'd wait until you saw me from the window and run the opposite direction. If I ran this way, then you would get to that door and wait until you saw me run over there. So pretty much like right there. Yeah. So I'd go like this, and you'd already be able to make so much space. If I didn't break the pallet, then you'd be able to play this so well because there's so much space. And the only thing I can do is do mind games like that.
All right, let's say that the pallet is down, right?
Yeah, and I didn't break it.
Okay.
And I look at you, and I'm like, all right, I want to go left, so that way I force you right towards the wall. And I go like this. Then you could just do that, and I can go like this, and then bait you like that, and then I hit you. What I'm doing right now is like I'm actually doing a lot of mind games right now, which is like really heavy on killer. And the easiest one of those is the light. So check this out. Come to this doorway. Now I want you to stand here, and I want you to look at this corner from the doorway. So like, let's say you don't see me in the window. If I do this, and then go like
you
that,
turn around so I don't see the red light?
Exactly. And you can moonwalk. It gets you so much space. But if I go like this, then you can just immediately start running. So I didn't even see you, you already ran away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So moonwalking is really cool for killers. And it's honestly my favorite thing, bro. It's so good. Like, you don't even know it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like a blur. And
It's
you're
just like,
oh my god.
and then you're there. Another thing for killers, so you'll see people will try to pallet loop you like that. If you know it's a good pallet, like there are good pallets, there are bad pallets. So like this, if you drop this on me, and preferably from the other side. So like let's say I'm chasing you and you drop that, I can just go like this. You know, like these are kind of bad pallets. Because then I should be, yeah, I could have lunged you there and got a hit off. But like these, they're so short, they're kind of booty. But the other one we had, like that log, like this is probably a better example. Like there's only 2 short rocks covering the pallet. You wouldn't want to play this pallet. Because if you drop that, then I can just do one of these numbers. If you try to jump back over, then I would just moonwalk. So like those are, like what pallets are good and what are bad, like which ones you can leave alone and then which ones you need to break will save you time in chases. To probably our last one. Moonwalking is something I think you'll be able to implement really easily. A general thing you can do right away if you want is if you chase a survivor and you notice and you kind of think like a lot of people are doing gens right now. Like let's say you feel like you've been chasing them a little too long, and if you can get a hit off of them, that's great. If you can't, then leave it. But if you're injured like how you are right now, and I know people are on gens, I can just leave you. Because I know that you're going to have to get healed or you're going to go on a gen while injured, which is even more vulnerable as Wraith. And then, so it's kind of like someone being injured has value in itself. Getting people off gens is like more value. If you can hook him, like if you have that chance to get a hook and you know you can get a hook off of him, then that's like even more value too. With Wraith specific, so I'll take you to a gen. There's a gen this way by this thing. I don't want to close that, it'll start the end of the game.
The killer could just close it?
Yeah. And then the exit gates will be open when he does that. So let's say you're working on this gen, and you don't hear me, so you're just working away. But I hear in my headset that the gen's being worked on. And I go like this. And then I hit you. So like, if you go back on that gen, and you're kind of looking around, you're like, I know it's a Wraith, so he's going to sneak up on me, and I do this. So you see how you were able to get like some extra space there? So we'll do that again. So let's say you went back on the gen, and then I go, oh, I see him right here. You know what I mean? You know how like you can see me uncloaking?
Yeah.
Like, you see my feet?
Yeah.
And how like, so if you were to do something like this,
I see.
They won't be able to see like where you're uncloaking. So
I can see the red through the door.
Oh yeah, so I probably have to do this, huh?
Yeah.
So that was a moonwalk, so I did the moonwalk again. If you want to try the moonwalk with the survivor, just so you kind of get like how I'm looking, I can show you that too. So I'm turned around, so I'm facing this way. I'm faced at like a 45 to the left. So you're just your camera, is what you're focused on. And then you hug the wall, so your left analog stick is going back, and then as you hit the door, you look right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's I go from looking left, following the door, and then I look right.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that's something that'll like make it so easy to hit survivors. You won't even know. because you'll gain like 5-6 feet, and then you'll be able just to go, and they won't know what happened. Like, how is this killer hitting me? Well, you're getting so close to them without them being able to respond. But that's kind of the gist of like a Wraith. Also, he can move really fast while invisible, so you can use that to get close to generators. If you don't hear anyone on a generator, then you can just move on to the next one. But you're just going to want to either hit a survivor, make him injured, or down a survivor, hook him while like going to generators. In the beginning of the game, it may be better to hit more people rather than hook one, because it buys up their time more, because then they'll have to heal each other. And, you know, higher level players will do gens rather than heal, because they know they can, like, get away. But,
do you move slower when you're injured?
No, you'll have the same movement speed. You make noise right now?
What?
So you saw the exit gates right there?
Yeah.
If you hear that sound, that closing sound, immediately look around and look for those gates. And I think something Wraith can also do, if he stands still long enough, which I don't recommend doing because when you get to higher level stuff, you'll want to always be moving. But I think if he stands still, he should go, like, actually invisible. Because can you see me right now?
Are you to my left?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't see anything.
So you didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it at all.
Okay, so when you stand still as Wraith, then that little mirage will go away whenever he's moving. But I always recommend moving from generator to generator, because you always want to have like some awareness of where the survivors are at and what they're thinking. But have fun, bro. I can't wait to see you play a Wraith. And then hopefully I didn't drag on too long.
No, you're good. That's good information from the Legend 27.
Legend 27. Also known as Sweaty Wraith Main 2001. Or Sweaty Spirit Main.
Yeah, you stream on YouTube, right?
Occasionally. I have some videos on there, like some Wraith, or not Wraith, some Spirit clips. Dang, my phone's almost dead, bro. Wait. What if I... No, I can't do that. Yeah, I'll put a charger over there. I'll be right back. I still have YouTube open, so I'll see ya. Play Wraith. If you want to open that sucker up.
Okay. I gotta go to my subs.
Alright, I'm back. So I think it should be Cashew. No, it should be Bam Bam.
Isn't it Cashew?
Yeah, Cashew, that's what it is. Bam Bam is the other email that I have.
New dog.
So, you know what Merciless is? Is when you get the four tiers for the killers. Like, you finish the game, you got the highest scores for all the objectives. So that was with Ghostface. I was playing Survive with someone. That was when Demogorgon, hard map pressure. So that's what I was referencing when I was like talking about the gens, how you want to keep an eye on them and where survivors are going. If you don't let them do their objective, they go mad, and it buys you a lot of time. But generally, games are going to be the same pace. the higher you get. It won't be like super long or drawn out. How to counter Toxic Neo, just kill him. Oh. Fastest DC in the West? I can need to check this out. Keep your distance from Ghostface too. And if he's chasing you out of terror radius, then he probably has 99 armor. Slap you. Because I've gotten 4 kills with Ghostface doing it. Are you still watching it?
No, my game started.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you how it is.
You can play it. I'll listen to it. It's not gonna bug me.
Yeah, that is 100% worth the watch.
Did you DC or did the killer DC?
Oh, the killer did. But you'll see what I mean. Like he tries to moonwalk a bit too much. And there are instances where you'll be in a chase and you'll be like, look, I just need to break the pallet and move the survivor to another location. But yeah. Dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So he didn't even drop the pallet. So you should be able to get a free hit off him. He's not looking behind him, but he's still cut at 90 or 180. So he had a slow vault there. And you can hit through those windows, so you got a good hit. And he's... I would have hooked him next to that gen they were in, but that's alright. So you'll be able to hear too how much progress is being done on that generator. Another strat, which I won't recommend, is you can camp right in front of the, Oh, so that gen was almost done. I would kick that. What are they doing? Maybe she doesn't want to play against me. That happens too. So they probably went off to a corner in the map to go heal. That would be a good time to utilize that to kick a gen. So he must have healed off hope. So that first gen they were on is something I would check out. Someone else is probably on that third player could be on for the fourth player, I should say. Okay, David. I would look on David instead of Meg. Oh, I guess you can slug her. I wouldn't hook her right off the bat because that's a VM. But that's alright. Ooh. So that's kind of crazy that the one thing I forgot to tell you. Good job. Good job. Look towards the rock whenever you pick her up. If you can position your face to a solid object. So that's Dead Heart. That's an exhaustion plate. You'll only be able to do that time. Nice job, bro. If you lunged it, it would have been good. Just like that. He'll flashlight stun you, just use your ears. So 2 gens are done. That first one that I was telling you about, near where you down that girl, you'll be able to see the white sparks. That means it's still progressing.
How do you lunge?
Oh, you'll be able to hold the R2 button and you'll do a long lunge. The more you lunge and the more you M1, you'll get used to the length or the distance of the lunge. So just keep moving side to side and he won't be able to stun you out. I think he's trying to run away, yeah. He used a lot of his flashlight battery. It's really counterintuitive to try to blind the wraith with the flashlight. The battery life is so crucial. I would focus on that girl instead and leave David. So that's a really short pallet, which it's not a good pallet to loot. So she just ran away from it. You probably won't need to worry too much about breaking that, because you can just go around it if someone jumps over it. You have 3 people injured on the map right now. So if you catch one by surprise, you'll be set. David is going to have his exhaustion perk, so be prepared when you get close. He's going to do his Dead Heart. Good job. I don't think anyone else carried a flashlight, so you should be good picking up. Whenever you hook, go invisible and then scout the gens again and see which one they're working on, because it's been a while since one's been popped. I would check the other 2 gens, see which one they're
Is that an instance of puppy guarding?
No, that's not. He went too soon. You saw him rotating to the hook, and that's his fault. If you, yeah, that's his fault. But I would definitely go check the other gens. Because that last survivor, that girl that's not hit, she's going to be cranking out a gen right now. And the other gens that you just walked by, those 2 weren't being touched. They're probably going to focus on healing, so that buys you time as well. After you check that last gen, you'll want to loop back to where you unhooked him. So if you don't hear that gen's being worked on, then yeah. Just get a free hit, and then, okay, so that's a free hook right there. Let's see. Dude, nice work looking at the gens. Or hearing the gens, you know? He might have Dead Heart. Nice. Goodness. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's it. Okay, don't hook that girl right at the back. Cause, yeah.
Cause why?
Well, whenever I played Killer Line, people would get so PO'd if someone got off hook, and instead of attacking the person that rescued the girl, you hooked the person that just got off hook. I mean, it's honestly like the killer's job. I was concerned too much, in my opinion, with etiquette and trying to make the survivors have a fair chance. Just because if you're a good killer, it's brutal. So this one, she won't just like that, bro. That was freaking perfect bait. Oh my goodness. Dude, the mind game. The mind game. Oh my goodness. Dude, you just made my heart happy. Fat mind games over here. So now you have the... Do you have the last person slugged? Dude. Did you just get a 4K? You just got a freaking 4K! My dude just got a freaking 4K.
I probably didn't do it the right way, but it happened.
And honestly, you got a 4K, and that's why I'm saying, like, you got one person that last game, right? Oh, if you want to be annoying, you can, like, keep tapping L2, and he'll go ding, 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 ding. Merciless killer.
Oh my god. Look at all these blood points.
Oh my goodness. Press R1 and go to the... Oh, I see. So you got freaking 2 up. Oh my goodness. So Merciless is like the two rank ups, which is really good. All right, see, that makes me want to play a game of Killer.
To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to who I was like killing and who I was like who like who I was hooking and who not. I was just like person dead.
And I saw you do a couple mind games there, and how you kind of ignored some pallets because they were low value, and like they tried looping some pallets, like giving you a run for your money, and you're like, yeah, I'll go this way. Psych. Oh my goodness. Bro, let me stream. I want to stream as Spirit. It's been so long.
Okay.
You want to watch me play Spirit?
I would love to.
Broadcast. Back at it again with the Spirit gameplay.
YouTube streams don't have as much of a time wait, It's nice.
Yeah, and you don't have to watch ads, thank goodness. That's what I hate about Twitch, bro. Like, low streamers, you have to watch ads on. Like, you could have 5 views and you'll still have to watch the ads. Prayer beads used to be so OP, bro. Oh my goodness, it was so good. So with prayer beads, it used to not make a sound whenever you were phasing.
Mm-hmm.
And you could sneak up on people and pull them off gens, like, super easy. I want to use the Uwabaki, maybe? Because it increases her haunting movement speed, so while she's phasing, she's going to be really quick and can traverse the map faster. I'm going to use Spirit more on the, this one's not bad. Haunting duration, slightly decreased movement speed. What? I'll take it. I don't need it to be as fast. You can double stack these too. So like, let's say I wanted more movement speed than this. Instead of doing this, I can get, like, yeah, I can put this on. So you have considerably increased and a moderately increased. But I want to have it a bit more balanced with duration and speed, so I'm going to go both of these. Sloppy Butcher is really good if you use it right. How I recommend using Sloppy Butcher is to M1 someone, so injure them, and then focus on someone else. Because it's going to take them so long to heal up. It really slows down the healing process. Surveillance is really good. I'll show you just the power of gen control. Discordance does the same thing. So you see two people working on a gen. It's a Legion perk, but if two people are working on a gen, wait a minute, is it the same thing? Any generator within range 128, required by 2 or more survivors. It highlights in yellow and makes a noise. After the generator is no longer within range or is no longer being repaired, the aura remains for another 4 seconds. So, let's say 2 people spawn together, I can immediately find 2 people working on the same gen. You'll notice if you hop in as a survivor and you spawn with somebody and you hop at a gen and then a killer's immediately on your butt, he probably has Discordance.
Yeah.
Or if you have Spine Chill and he looks at you immediately, definitely that. This is a pig perk. It could be why some pigs are really good. When you regress a generator, so you kick it, it'll highlight in a white aura until someone touches it again.
Oh, yeah, that's
really
annoying.
good. Because let's say I hook someone, I kick the generator, I leave, they get unhooked, I look at the generator, it's not even being touched, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I go to another generator, it turns out they're over at that generator. So it's really good in narrowing down where they're at. Barbecue and chilies for blood points. And then I want to go with the familiar maps. I don't want to really spoil myself today. Actually, I don't have any blood point stuff. Let's do a Mori. Wait, you want to do it? We could go crazy and do an Ebony Mori, but we'll just do one because I don't want to be mean. Are you familiar with Spirit's ability?
No.
So, I will be able to hold L2. There'll be a short duration where I kind of go into my ability, similarly how Wraith has to ring his bell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start my ability, and then I'll be an invisible character with increased movement speed, and I'll be able to move faster without being seen. And now they'll audibly be able to hear me. There'll be a phasing emission sound, so it'll kind of be like a and the survivors will be able to hear that, so they'll know that Spirit is phasing around them. But I'll be able to move fast, I'll be able to move from gen to gen, or I can sneak up on survivors. So basically, I'll just be able to phase invisible, and almost like Wraith, bro. Imagine Wraith, but you have a giant sword in your hand, and they can't see you, but they can hear you.
That sounds terrifying.
It's very terrifying, bro. And when this killer dropped, people were jump scared left and right. You could probably look up a compilation of, like, Spirit jump scares, bro. Like, survivors will just be straight up chilling. Bam, pulled off generator. And it makes that loud noise, too, whenever you, like... Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you in matchmaking, or are you in custom games still?
Wait, dude, I think I am in custom games. Thanks for putting that out.
No problem.
I haven't played in a while, bro. Don't.
No judging you.
Jeez. My Wraith is level 1 because I prestige him. These are my killers. Demogorgon's level 46. These guys kind of booty. Spirit's my main. I'll have a P3. I prestige Pig, but I don't want to level him up. Same with Dog. And Hillbilly. But go back to her. Geez, what add-ons do I have? I probably don't have good add-ons then. Oh, I have a lot. Never mind. Oh, but I don't have the speed one. This is awkward. Blood trails are lame. That increases, so the reappearance duration and speed, whenever she goes out of phase, she'll get a movement speed increase. And she'll be able to, like, jump and get closer to the survivors faster. On entire recovery speed, duration. So I'm running duration. I'll probably run... I prefer speed because it
Dude, you must have only played this game for a while.
Oh, dude. I'm Devotion 2, which means I got to 100 twice.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm level 21.
That's what I mean. I played Killer a lot. I don't think I have any.
Well, apparently,
more
Killer's where all the blood points are out.
Yes. This barbecue and chili, the cannibal perk. Whenever I hook a survivor, I'll be able to look across the map, and if they're further than 40 meters from where I hooked them, I'll be able to see where the survivor's at. And each time I hook a survivor, there's a 25% stackable up to 100%. So 4 survivors hooked, I get 100% extra blood points that whole match.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna do this. Actually, I don't want to do this. Auto Haven Records is pretty baller for Spirit, and we'll get it going. I don't think I want to run my P3 because I'm not super sweat today. Actually, I'll keep the knife. This is my drown. Maybe the bloody face. Let's keep the bloody face because it looks weird with the bald face. It's kind of cute, not gonna lie.
I remember you saying something about that.
Oh, Strider is really fun. People are louder, so if you're playing by yourself, which if you're playing a killer, you're playing by yourself. I'm gonna max out my game audio, my non-party audio. And we're gonna run this, bro. How's the quality? Is it 720?
That's pretty good.
Okay. So
So,
these peeps. What's up?
would you be cool? Like, my headset doesn't reach my bed, but if I just, like, listen to you play while I'm laying in bed, and then I come back afterwards?
Sure. I'll probably talk to you, which means I'll be talking to myself. But yeah. That works.
I can always just throw it in the chat. You can hear it.
No, you'll be good.
Or I can just talk back, so my mic will be right here.
That's what I call some speed run ping. Okay, go up to home. It should say that I'm streaming. I'm gonna open up that, and then I'm gonna go to chat. So I should be able to see any comments you put. If you want to test that out, go for it. But I'm gonna turn my audio louder because going ultra sweaty. Oh look, I can still hear you. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Test. Okay, I see your comment. Yeah, let's get it. So I'm gonna give you a run through of just what's on my mind while I'm playing, and then why I do some things or why I'm not doing some things. If you have a question, throw it up in there. I heard it audibly say test, so if you write a question in there, and it'll be able to translate it enough. Okay, I'll give you an answer to it. Yeah, I can hear you too. But the game's gonna be really loud, so the game's gonna be loud. If you want to type it instead, it might be better. So, okay, it's a little bit high sensitivity. Should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go scout some gens real quick. I'm looking at the bottom left, how much my phasing is. It's not as fast as I would like it, whereas what Spirit used to be. So I don't hear anything on that left gen. They're probably gonna be on one of these FAR 3. Looks like they dropped the pallet already. I heard her running over here. That's awkward. I can't believe I missed that. That was a lunge that I was telling you about. If we're lucky... So she didn't take that vault, which is weird. She might have balanced landing. Oh, I missed that. Okay. So this is something you can do, which I'll show you. So I get this guy real quick. So if I face this wall, while I pick her up, he can't flashlight stun me. So he used his Dead Heart, which is really funny. He's a David King. They almost always run Dead Heart, because that's why they get that character. Since he's sitting here in a pallet, I know his buddy wants to get a pallet stun. They're just feeding themselves right now. This is not a good example. I'm gonna see if I can sound horror. So that was the phase I was telling you about. I can audibly hear them while they're injured, and it's pretty fun. I don't want the game to end this fast. I didn't hear any movement while I phased. So they unhooked that guy. They're gonna go for the res, which is alright, because I'm still getting points for injuring him. I don't feel too risque. So he wasted that pallet, which is alright. He's not gonna loop it, which is good for me, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. I am spirit, which means I'm trying to see if I can hear him. If I can hear him injured, then I'm not too worried. Alright, so I heard him running. I heard his steps while he was running, so I kind of knew that he was in an area where he's not right next to a pallet, and I wasn't too worried. I should have looked at this wall while I picked him up, so that way David over there couldn't have the ability to flashlight me. I also hear some gens being worked on. That's the surveillance. I heard this gen being worked on. I'm gonna kick it, and then probably keep an eye on it. David's gonna go unhook her, that's alright. I hear another injured girl. If I get an approximate idea, so David's going that way, he's probably gonna heal over there. I'm gonna look at David, and then actually go to him. And then, ooh. He kept going. Smart guy. So he's not going to play that pallet. This is just weird. He's going into a corner where there's no pallets or looping, so I can just cut him off by going this way. And then that'll pretty much centralize him to one area. I did another loop there, so instead of going around it, I knew he was going to double back, and then I double backed with him. Oh, so that's Decisive Strike. That's a pretty good perk. I'm gonna see if I can catch up to him. So I still hear him running. Oh, I missed it though. That's my fault. So I'm gonna look this way so David doesn't run at me, because I hear his butt. You can look away or you can look up to avoid it. Looking up is easier because you can get a better sense of where you're going. I'd rather kick that gen than go after David, because this is like three bars are already being pumped, and that's like 75% progress. So I kicked, I think. Oh geez, I hear another injured girl. Using audio again. So while they're working on a gen, you can pull them off like that. Another tactic to really slow down the game is that guy I knocked down. I'm just going to leave him because he won't be able to work on a gen if he's on the ground. Looking at Jake, he's injured right now. He has Iron Will, so he's kind of hard to hear. But I can still just check the gens and see what's up. See, those 2 gens aren't touched. I didn't hear any progress. Surveillance is still on that. At this point, I can look for the other guys, or I can go and try to pick up the guy that I downed. But I know that none of the gens are being worked on, and that's what's important. I regress that, so I can keep an eye on that after they get saved. So yeah, they were healing Jake. You can see on the left that Jake just got healed. This guy's the guy that was down. So I'll just throw him on a hook. I'll utilize that barbecue and chili. I don't see anyone, so they're going to be... Oh, there's one. So it looks like he was walking around kind of looking at me. There's 2 guys working on that gen. Bruh, moment. Don't hide by gens. So that was a double back. I knew he wanted to use that pallet because it was a juicy pallet. I'm looking at his blood trails at this moment. I know this guy. So I'll go this way. Alright. I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna leave him. They're probably gonna crank out that gen that I didn't kick. This is weird. I think he's throwing. So these aren't the best examples of survivors. So something David's not thinking about is that I can hear him while he's injured. That was weird. So the other guy is either hiding next to this girl that I just downed, or he's going towards David to get the heal. And it looks like he went towards David to get the heal. I'll go this way. David saw me, he saw my light, but he's not... He dead-hearted too early. I'm looking for scratch marks at this point to see if he actually went to go for the save. I'm gonna go back, so I see that girl right there. I know he's somewhere around me. I'll go ahead and hook David, because why not? Normally, what I'm doing right now is called slugging, and if you down a survivor, you don't have to hook him if you can immediately go apply pressure on someone. And looking at barbecue and chili, I saw the downed girl over there, but okay, they just put him right off hook. So David already used his, I don't even have to use my ability, I can just follow this guy. He wasn't being too bright. I'm gonna go hook him away from David, hoping that David went far away to heal, so that way I can see him with barbecue and chili. And David actually is close. The other girl I hear right here. David is still injured though. The game is so loud, but I thought I just heard. There he is. I see blood trails. He's gonna use his dead hard. So I'm gonna pick her up first because she's been on the ground for a while and I feel bad for her. I'm not gonna say this like ruins the game for survivors, but it does make it really disheartening whenever they're on the ground just laying there and no one can pick them up. Especially if you play by yourself on Survivor. But I'll pick up David here. He actually might get out because I'm far away from other hooks. Oh, I'll hook him on that one. Never mind. Getting a little extra points right there for damaging that generator. They didn't even touch that. And we got Merciless. Let's go. But, yeah, so Bloody Party Streamers, bro, 57k for doing, like, I didn't even get good on the Hunter over here, which I forgot how that's applied. I think that's, I forgot what goes into that. But, injuries healed, that's a little, gets you knocked, but you get more points for injuring, so getting them healed isn't really too bad. Generator defense, and then that's 128, so they didn't even complete a gen, which is really good points. Survivor sacrifices, 80, all survivors hooks, hook actions. So the more sacrifices you get, the more you'll get in Devout. Chaser, survivors hit and chased is 1. So out of the chases, I either injured them or I downed them. Though I didn't have a lot of chases where I was chasing them and then had to leave and chase someone else, you know what I mean? Because then the survivors will get points for that. They were probably ranked 20s. Yeah, they were all ranked 20s. Decisive Strike, whenever he stabbed me and like got out of my grasp after I picked him up, that's what that was. It used to be run a lot. Will Make It is what I run. After they unhook someone, they can heal them right off a hook really fast. Kindred's a good perk too. If I'm within the survivor's range, all the survivors see that I'm within his range, so they can see my aura. And then Adrenaline's really good. If they were to repair all 5 generators, they would have a speed boost, and if they were injured, they would have been healed to fully healed. If they were on the ground, they would have been healed to injured with also the speed boost. So it gives you a health state and a speed boost after all the generators are repaired. It's a really good perk. I'll hit continue. Do you want to see a Wraith game, since you were playing Wraith? Let's go. Okay. That's what we'll do.
That was like the most. That was literally bad tuning. That was probably the best game I think I've ever seen someone play. You were so calm and just calculated and just like, all right. No, this guy, I knew exactly what he was doing. Just absolutely destroyed their will to live, dude. I cannot describe. Like,
that's what Killer does, bro. That's what we do.
Effortless
and that's
that
what you're
seemed.
gonna do.
And you're like, I just don't want to end the game so early, though. You know, I'm just gonna like leave him on the ground. Keeps running around. They didn't even fix one gen or anything. You're just like, you had the whole game in like the palm of your hand, and you were just like, I'll do this if I want. You just know it so well, the game, I guess, and how it's supposed to be played.
I'm also at, sorry, I need to turn my party audio back up. I'm also at rank 20, and I did play a lot on rank 1, so I haven't played the game in so long that if I were to get back into Killer, then it would be the harder games, and I'd have to be even more, like, thoughtful in it. But something I noticed with them is they didn't touch a lot of generators, and that's, like, survivors have to always have someone on a generator, just so that way the Killer has a ticking clock, you know what I mean? They have to get these people knocked down. I'm gonna run Nurse's Calling. I'm gonna avoid Predator. All these are kind of lame. Brittle Strength, probably, because I predict that I'm gonna get people dropping pallets in my face all the time. And Tinkerer. So this is a